Yeah, we are back from our our little split break, and so we are back here with Dominique Supreme. We had to go pay them bills, y'all. Okay, so we are back and everything. So we was talking about the heels and how you have to coordinate, and I see a lot of folks that do not know how to coordinate and that needs help on their fashion tips because they're a little bit not together. But even with wearing the different size heels or wearing the platforms or things like that, it's always good to make sure your feet is comfortable.
Right.
Because let me tell you, if your feet hurt, your whole body gonna hurt. And I never noticed the singers back in the day and the singers now that wear these heels. I know they big toe has to be numb. It has to be with all that pressure, and your feet is just like that. Oh my Lord, baby Jesus, my toes would be straight now, all of them.
Yeah. Now I did hear that there's like a cream that you can use, like a numbing cream for your feet, and it's supposed to like ease like any type of like pain that's in your feet.
Yeah.
I've never used it, but I did hear that there is something like that out there.
Well, I need to find me some because let me tell you, my feet be hurting. Because like I said, I don't wear just regular type of heels. I wear them stiletto heels, and sometimes I do wear the platform heels, but they're not the small platform. There's a taller platform, so I'm thinking like,
Right.
But they say that wearing high heels make your calves bigger.
Because it will. I don't. For me, depending on what shoes, I just depending on the heel height, it is a kind of like a workout for your legs because you are flexing that muscle when you walk. So when you walk,
Yeah,
you're flexing it and you're working it. I will say they did say platforms, like anything like a block in the front of it, are better because they're a little more comfortable than like a pointed toe or something that's flat toe.
My toes. Yeah, that's true. Now they got some Japanese shoes. I don't know how these folks be wearing them shoes because I'm like, look, how can y'all have y'all's feet just clumped up in them shoes, and all day, not just like a period of time, but all day I've seen people wear heels from the time they get up to the time they go to bed every day. Now they even walk around their house in heels, and I'm thinking, how can you do that?
Yeah. There are like different ways. Like I said, there's different things that people do. Some people train their feet, and that's what they're doing when they walk around all day. They're training their feet to kind of like withstand the pressure, or they're training their body to kind of ignore the pain.
Well, I guess my toes, these dogs, is they out for the pasture because I'm not training no toes. I'm not walking around in no deal at all whatsoever by no meaning necessary. I just can't I can't do it. And and now, by the way, y'all, Dominique Supreme looks gorgeous in the outfit, and the hair is just on point and everything. But I just y'all see me, okay? I have on my my new outfit called Good Morning Rough with my little puppy dogs on there. But do you every day stay dressed up, or is it just when you need to?
It's when I'm booked, and I try not to do back to back. And if it is, it'll be like something that's out of town or something like that. Or I mean, of course, if it's paid, I mean, I'm not gonna turn it down, but I try not to do back to back.
Oh, okay.
One reason I try to do back to back is because it gives you time to rotate costumes. So if you do back to back, your costumes you have get old fast. So give you time to rotate them, and that way, like, okay, well, if I wore this 3 months ago, pull this in rotation now. Or if I wore this, if I wore this yesterday, I can't bring it to the next show. So that's one reason why I try not to, do this. But yeah, no, I don't. I'm not dressed up all the way. So this is the first time since September, like early September.
Really?
Yeah, early September.
Wow.
My
I
last
know.
show I want to say it was September 9th, but I could be wrong. And that was the last show I did. And then this one, and I have one more on the 28th.
Oh, okay.
So I try to spread them out, but that's also with what's available for booking.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, so no,
Um,
I'm only, or unless there's something going up. So there's something coming up like where the interview or somewhere I'm requested, then I would, but only for performances.
I know I have
It's
family members that sit up in their house just dolled up every day. And I'm
yeah.
like, how?
See, the process of putting it on is fun, easy. Taking it off is the hard part.
Uh-huh.
So when you have to take off all the makeup and strip all the layers, everything like that, it's not, I mean, it's not hard, but it's not easy either.
No.
And then having to shave and having to do this and shaving, razor bumps. There's always that. So I try not to try to give myself time so my hair can grow back out before I shave it again.
Mm-hmm. Now there's a lot of ladies too that has the 5 o'clock shadow.
And there are a lot of drag queens that
Like in
do wear
Queens.
their beard,
Mm-hmm.
but that's not.
I don't think that
It's
to me it wouldn't be you wouldn't be yourself if you had the 5 o'clock shadow. I've never seen you with a 5 o'clock shadow like that. To me, you wouldn't be Dominic Supreme if you had a 5 o'clock shadow.
that's what I mean. Like it's not the image that I've started. I never wore. Now I've worn makeup with my beard, yes, but I've never wore drag makeup with my beard. So, it
I
would
feel
it
like,
would
once how you have like a reputation, okay, just say, Aunt Bam makes peach cobbler and she uses all the same ingredients except one. Just say she puts 2 sticks of butter instead of just one. It would not be her if she put, more, or,
Right.
it wouldn't be you if you wore a mustache or a beard, or you
Right.
got your name out there to show people who you are and your style, your brand, and people look at you like, oh my God, is that the same Dominic Supreme that was looking like this 2 days ago?
There was one day, I think the first back in June. This was my first time back to Vegas. It's like the first time back to Vegas since February. And I was at the club. Now, mind you, I performed the night before, but I usually come to the club with makeup on. So all I gotta do is get ready, because you never know how many girls are gonna be there that night. So you don't want to be like, okay, well, I'm gonna come, and do my makeup there, and then all the mirrors are full. So
Yeah.
I was like, it gives me at least, and then that way I don't have to rush.
Yes, you can take your time.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
So there was one day that I can't remember what I was doing, but I ended up having to do my makeup there. I walk in, and the girl, like I said, we had a full conversation the night before, everything. And we've met before.
Uh-huh.
And she was like, it was nice to meet you. And the other drag queen goes, that's Dominique. You've already met her. And I was like, because I had said, it's nice to meet you too. And I looked at the other one. I'm like, and that's when she's like, yeah, that's Dominique. You've met her already. Oh, I had no makeup on.
Yes.
And it's like, yeah, she's like, nice to meet you. What's your name? And I looked at the other girl. I was like, nice to meet you too. I was like, I thought we. And then when she said, I was like, yeah, I thought we
Had I already met.
Yeah. It's like, yeah. She's like, I just didn't know what you looked like without makeup on. I was like, yeah. That that was one of those times where I had got, I guess you say, someone saw me and was like, well, who?
Yeah, yeah. Well, being in drag and everything, you know, does the makeup mess with your skin? Because I know a lot of people can't wear makeup or it breaks them out or things like that. And do you wear regular makeup or it's like a different kind of brand?
I'm regular. I wear regular. I wear drugstore makeup. I wear uh
Well, the reason why I'm asking, you're probably thinking like, girl, what? Is because I saw I saw this drag queen on Facebook. So I ain't gonna call the name because I ain't gonna throw no shade, no tea, but you know, we'll discuss that later. They was using some kind of thick white foundation and they was using different kind of makeup. They said it was drag queen makeup. And I'm thinking, well, I thought everybody used regular makeup. I didn't know there
there
was different kinds.
there are brands that have, released specifically things
Oh,
that are
okay.
titled drag queen makeup.
Hmm.
But it's usually what it usually is studio makeup. So
There you
sometimes
go. That's what they
it's
call it, studio. Yeah, it wasn't
it's
regular
called
makeup.
like when you do like a special movies where they have to do like the costume makeup.
Mm-hmm.
It's most times it's that. Um
Oh.
because from what I heard, and like I've never used this, I don't know, but from what I heard, light reflects that makeup different than it does regular makeup.
Mm-hmm.
But I personally have never had a problem. I mean, once I've learned my color and all that, I've never had a problem with the light reflecting different or
Mm-hmm.
looking different in the daytime than it does in the dark.
It don't break your skin out or anything.
There's been times where I was like, you know what? I threw the wig off and threw the lashes next to me and went to sleep and woke up the next day and took my makeup off. But no, there's
Never did. Wow. That's funny because I can't wear, well, no, I can't. Let me go be real with that. And honestly, I cannot wear makeup. It will literally break my face completely out. And I used to, only thing I wore back in the teenager stage was eyeliner,
mhm,
mascara, and lipstick. But I got it to where it blended in with my lip,
mhm.
like my tone. I didn't come out with nothing different. And if I did, it was like a dark purple with the black liner. But other than that, that's all I could wear. I couldn't wear, and you know, you see other girls or young ladies wearing the different foundation, concealer. And I never could. And even my daughter, being a little girl when she was little, she never could play makeup because it would always swell her nose cavity. So
Mhm.
she, to this day, she don't wear it either. But like I said, I
What
had
I would
watched.
look into is looking type of hypoallergenic makeup because there might
Oh,
be
okay.
something in the product.
They
Because
could be allergic
all
to.
it's like bread. All bread is the same.
Yes,
It's a different label on it.
basically. Yeah.
It might have one or two different products in it, but it's all the same. And that's what it could be. So like say you try to 5 different brands and they all have the same reaction. Most it's probably because they all contain the same products.
Mm-hmm. Wow. So how long
So
does it take for you to do your makeup?
me maybe 30 minutes.
Really?
And that's I think the longest I've ever taken is an hour. And that was just when I was probably those were just that was one of the days I just wasn't into it. But the longest it's ever taken me is an hour. The shortest, um, no, I've done shorter, but the average is about 30 minutes.
Hmm. Well, I know I've seen a lot of people drag and not even in drag take hours. I mean, they have a whole boo of
Yeah.
makeup. And I'm thinking like, this is not even your color. You look like somebody that rolled you around as all-purpose flour. Looking up here in a hot mess. I've watched a lot of people perform on stage, like even singers and stuff today. They don't look, they makeup is just like, oh my God, are you serious? Their
Mhm.
tone, the tone didn't match with their skin, and it just looked like, because they had like a cutoff line, you know,
Mhm.
you hear the makeup up here, but then you can see the real tone in their
Right.
skin. I'm thinking like, that's just, to me, it don't look right. But when I see
Right.
you have your makeup, I really can't tell your line, you know, your shadow or anything like that, because you contoured it in so well that you really can't tell where it begins and where it ends. So that's a good thing too. I like that. And you know
No,
what you're
that's
doing, and you know how to make yourself appealing, attractive, to get the attention to, you know. So that's a good thing.
so like I said, that's what I'm not a dancer. Like I said,
Yeah.
I'm not going to entertain you in that way. So what I've studied for the last 4 or 5 years is how to perfect my face and body to where
Yeah.
you're looking like, oh, okay, then, body, or okay, then face, or you know what I
That's
mean?
right. That's right. That's right. And that's good. So you need to have you a class, a school called Dominic Supreme 101, to let even these people out here know how to do their makeup. If you are not a dancer, y'all heard what he said. If you're not a dancer, you got to have an appearance. Your appearance, your deal of someone seeing you is that you got to be number one. They got to be on point. Because if you're not a dancer, if you're not a mover, you're not a shaker, then what's going to catch your audience eye is your appearance.
Right. I mean, think about it. I mean, if you can't dance, you don't look good, but lip sync, okay, you lip sync and your lip sync was perfect. No one's going to pay attention to anything because you literally just stood there and there was really nothing to look at. They might, then that's just honest.
That's
It's
right.
what I've noticed.
Yeah.
And then also, I mean, it also another thing what it is too, because there are some queens that their makeup is terrible, but their
Hmm.
performance is amazing.
Yes.
And that's why they keep getting recurring bookings
Hmm.
because they can give a show. Or there are some like myself who don't really give you that, wow, splits and flips and all that,
Hmm.
but look amazing and
Yes.
can still capture a crowd. So you
That is
have to
true.
have one of those two qualities. The
You
same with, I
have to.
mean, any type of performer. Because I mean, think about singers. I mean, if I'm listening to a singer, yet the song sounds good, but I don't like, I can't. I don't like the way they look, or this song sounds terrible, but they have a really good personality, or their uh overall style is amazing.
Mhm.
So that's, like I said, it's always you have to have one or the other.
You have to. You have to. So before we end our interview, what is some things that you're looking forward to that's coming out in the future besides the movie? What else do you have going on? Traveling, anything coming out,
Um,
anything happening that you want to tell your fans, your friends to go check you out, love and support? Give a shout out to Cleveland, Ohio, because that's where Dominic Supreme is from.
well, I'm from, I
Oh
guess you
my
could say
goodness.
Cleveland, but Lorraine, Ohio.
Well,
It,
up in that boat.
yeah, but say it's yeah, I guess you could say because when I tell people where I'm from, Lorraine, huh? Cleveland,
Yeah, right.
Cleveland, Cleveland. But one thing I could, and I really don't have any. Honestly, I don't have any upcoming projects or anything like that.
Mhm.
Or I said I have a show on the 28th in Sandusky, Ohio. Other than that, nothing really else is booked. Uh, Nothing is booked and set in
Yet.
stone.
Yes. Yes.
Uh, but honestly, when the movie comes out, support it. I
Oh,
definitely
yes. So when
uh
did it come out?
now that I don't know. They're just the second day of filming, so I'm assuming sometime next year or the year after.
So he would keep us posted and
Definitely,
let us know when
definitely,
it comes out.
definitely. But hopefully I can have my own show, as far as like where I'm hosting it and
Yeah.
people come out and doing something like that. Because that is really one of the big problems with a lot of drag queens from around my age.
Hmm. Hmm.
A lot of the older drag queens don't want to book us
No.
because I don't know. I can't give you a reason why.
Mhm.
A lot of and this is not. I first I thought it was just me, and I was like, okay, maybe what I do is not what they want.
Hmm. Hmm.
But I have met, at least being back in Ohio and doing shows in Ohio. I did my first show in Ohio back in August, and well, my first show in Cleveland, I should say, and meeting the other drag queens in Cleveland, and them telling me like, yeah, I can't get booked either. It's a room. It's 8 of us saying the exact same thing. We've contacted the exact same people, and they've all given us the same answer. And it's like, it's not
Wow.
that it's not that you at first I thought maybe like I said I do old school music. So I'm like, okay, maybe my music just doesn't fit their crowd. But I said I've watched these other performers who the one jumped on the ceiling and was hanging from the pole, the pipes from the ceiling and swinging. So they give a show. That's not the problem. What I feel the problem is a lot of the older drag queens don't want to, I guess you say, take in the new drag queens and I guess give them their platform. Pushing. I guess there's a saying. I can't remember what show this is from, but or where this is from, where the saying is from, but when a supreme dies, a new supreme emerges, and that's kind of where I see that at is where they don't want to. They see like, okay, I'm slowing down. Yes, I have these bookings and all this, but I'm slowing down, and I don't. I think that's what their mindset is like. I don't want them taking over, or the owners or whoever the booking agency in them, and they get their own show, and my show's no longer.
Wow.
So,
Well, that's a good thing. I
so I
mean,
want to do my own. I would like
yeah,
to take in and have whomever I've came across who seem genuine and do my own and host my own shows.
well, you always got my support. I'm your cheerleader. I'm in the back corner rooting you on. You have done amazing, amazing talent, work, performance. You go out there and you do your thing. I love your outfits. I just love your personality because, like I
Thank you.
said, the things that we've overcome in life in general is amazing. And for you to keep on doing what you're doing, I love it. Anything that you got coming up, let me know. We can do our interviews, let the world know who Dominique Supreme is. Because as you said on our very first deal is Mary Wilson and the eyelashes.
Mm-hmm. Let me say it again.
Go right ahead before we end.
So you can't be a supreme without your eyelashes, and you can't be Dominique Supreme without eyelashes.
That's right, y'all. Go check out Dominique Supreme on Instagram, Facebook. Show her some love. Go to Ohio, the parts that she performs in, the part
I
that
will be
she
posting each. I always post upcoming shows, so that's definitely something. Like if I have something that's either in state or out of state, I'll always post at least a few weeks in advance so that
all right,
people
y'all.
know.
Go check out. It's your girl, the Tea Teacher. You know who I am. You know who I be. My love is the same and will never change.